guys, welcome once again to another video commentary. Okay, do you hear me clearly now? So I was thinking about doing a video, but not a video commentary of only a match, but for openings, specifically openings for a map, like for example Normandy, that it has been already covered in my channel 2 times, but this time will be spicy openings, like openings that you can do with Sturm. Very interesting CEO that I might do a video specific on how to play Sturm, but I think honestly in order to do that I need to do a bit of research on that, because I think I could do it better, and you know what I mean. And also the other replay I'm gonna look at this video, because we are gonna look at two replays. It's a Sami featuring Raizo that has been in my channel, as well as Kambe and Naimer here, Naimer of Heng. I cannot pronounce because it's cat. I'm sorry. It's a currently I think it's a Fog 2 player, top 2, and he made a really interesting opening against Kambe, trying to chase the tower away from him. And Kambe describes this player, which is top 2 Global League Fog player, as a very strong player tactically, that he says that he's much better than him tactically, but in terms of openings he does suboptimal things, and whenever Kambe Kambe says, if I remember correctly, I'm not quoting him, but you know what I mean, guys. He takes the advantage at the opening. If Kambe is not able to make that happening from the opening, he starts losing because of the tactics. Because tactics are not very important on early game on openings, but more the strategy. Because yes, you can count tiles, etc., but the opening is like a puzzle, and sometimes is a bet and what the options the enemy has. For example, if you know you are facing a Sami is gonna try to take advantage of income and then outtech you, spamming copters with mechs, so you have less firepower than her, etc. Whatever the case, let's just straight jump to the first match, and then we are gonna cover the second one of the same map, and it's gonna be quite quick, because I'm gonna stop at the middle whenever the opening is done, because after that I'm told that the game is nothing special, because, well, you will see why. Anyways, let's straight jump to the match, guys. Since we are talking about openings, we are gonna play with vision of the boss players, so we can see what they do and why they work or why they don't. So here, as a Sturm player, Naimer does a crazy thing, which is basically recon day 2, and you can do that with enough funds, because you start with 3 income, 2 bases, 1 HQ, not a lap, so you will have 6 income on the day 2. So you have just 2 infantries, 1 recon, and that will slow tremendously the capture phase from a Sturm, because you're basically 2 infantry less in the early game, which is quite a lot, because the earliest the infantry is, the more important it is. And as you can see, Kambe knows he's playing Javier, and he is facing a Sturm, so he has to rush his com tower, yes or yes. Basically because if not, Sturm is gonna interrupt it, and Javier without com tower is like a tier 5 CO, not even a tier 4. Javier without com tower loses against any tier 4. Maybe, I don't know, maybe against Grim, probably even against Grim, because day-to-day of Grim isn't that bad. It's bad, but I don't know, guys. Anyways, he stops I'm full of hair of my cat, even in my mouth. My god, he's so hairy. Anyways, he interrupts the cap from here. I'm intending. I understand that the reason for being from here is here and here you have 0, so you might drop to 9 HP with cheap damage, and also because of the fact that if you place it here and there is one infantry at least here, you will be able to deny the joint cap, and also you will get vision, which is actually useful because if you are 2 spaces behind, you won't get vision of this infantry here, and you kind of you get vision of this anyways. But this one and these 2 tiles, which are the ones that the black bot drops infantry to, are quite important to know about, because it could be a mech, it could be 1 instead of 2, it could be different variations, and that's info that you gather. Anyways, as you can see, Sturm reset his own com tower because Sturm has 80 firepower, 90 with the com tower, and that means that he has a roll, if I remember correctly, to 1-hit KO infantry with a recon with 90% 9 power. But since it's not a very likely one, I'm talking from memory. I will throw the calculation here, but he was betting on the fact that he will be able to 2-hit KO this with the com tower. That's why he rushes, because there is no way you can stop this unless you day 2 recon. If Javier wants to rush it, unless you day 2 recon and get the com tower, you won't be able, because Javier will just tank 2 days, and whenever he sees he's getting attacked, he will join cap, and if he joins cap, he will get the cap eventually. Very late, it will cost infantry, but he will get the cap, and I think Javier has the upper hand against Sturm, and even if he loses 1 infantry here and wastes a lot of time, Sturm wasted 2 infantry on the turn 2 because he had to build a recon, and that's quite detrimental. Anyways, the replayer just froze. Okay, it works again, doesn't matter. I was trying to ignore it. But as you can see, now this survives and at 1 HP, and what's gonna happen is basically Javier is gonna join this and he will get it eventually, I think. Yeah, because now this has 4 HP, you will cap it. There is not yet a second recon to follow, and there is no way you stop this from happening because you are not dropping this infantry to less than 3 HP, which is like trying to stop a Sami cap but that has 50 defense on a property with a Sturm. So it's actually impossible. I don't know if even a medium tank or neon tank of a Sturm could be able to do that. So yeah, as you can see, Sturm is not able to get the com tower. He tries to attack desperately because he has nothing else better to do. And I think it's not GG, there is still much to play, but the most important plan from Sturm to win against Javier was this, to interrupt and cheese this com tower, and wasn't successful. So at this point it will go down to hill from Sturm. And is this a draw? Okay, no, this is how you call it, surrender from Sturm. Yes, because he sees he is not able to interrupt this cap, because he will attack into this, he will interrupt for one turn. Like, there is no way he wall breaks and tries to hit KO this infantry. He will attack, he will die. Basically with this artillery we'll get wall break and from this side, and yeah, he won't interrupt this cap, and Javier with 2 com towers is just too powerful to deal as any tier, unless any tier below 0, unless you are Cambe or any crazy CEO. So let's just straight jump to the second replay, guys. Okay, guys, the second replay was sent me by Raizo. We were talking about the thing, and he said, just don't watch that replay, isn't nothing important, it's just the opening and then it's blah blah. And I was like, okay. He recommends me to watch his match on this Sami in tier 3. Sami in Fog tier 3. Sami in Fog is tier 4 normally, but she nothing stops you from picking her in tier 3, and he picked Sami on tier 3. Let's see what it's the opening. So day 3 recon. Andy has no recon. Recon day 4. But as Andy with a recon, you won't interrupt caps unless you arrive before it's happening. There is no use for that, and this is very nice because this will cap and this will go here and will be in range of this cap next day. Sometimes in the maps that you don't see any chain caps, like for example a chain cap can be there is not many chain caps on this one, for example, one of the few of this map. There is also what is known as 2 days chain caps, let's call it. So for example, from here to here you can cap it within 2 days, like you cap, boom, boom, and you cap it. But the thing is, you want to think about this on the following way. Like how I explain this. So what is your infantry gonna do? So is this infantry going for this, or is this, because there is 2 infantry if I remember correctly on this. So these 2 infantry will drop here, and they will cap the port and the city. So this infantry doesn't go for this. This infantry wants to go for this. This infantry goes for this. This infantry goes for this. This infantry will just advance and maybe do something here. But you know what I mean. You have to think what you are gonna do within 1 turn and 2 turn for your capture phase. Yeah, normally you will have an opening studied for the map. But if you don't want to do that or it's too hard, you can just think within 2 turns. Anyways, Sami isn't super rushing the com tower as Javier did in the last opening, but he's kind of getting in early-ish because he went with a black boat. He went with a black boat day 2. Yes, day 2, Sami moved the infantry here. So Sami is capping this early-ish, let's say, because a day 3 recon doesn't stop this, because a day 3 recon could have been like here and it would have attacked, but this recon here, even with a com tower, I think doesn't interrupt. So there is no point of building day 3 recon against Sami on this map, because he can just get it and you cannot interrupt it. Maybe if you pick Max for this map with a recon, and if you rush the com tower, maybe you have a chance. I will throw the calculations here, but I'm not sure. And even if that was the case, first, I don't think it's worth. Second, Max is a not terrible pick, but I think for tier 2 it's quite a bad pick compared to Olaf or Eagle. So anyways, let's see. This is secure 100%. And let's see. Because I'm expecting now this recon attacking this infantry. So next turn it will be able to interrupt this cap if it happens. Because if it doesn't attack, this recon will try to cap this, and unless this infantry wants to not cap this, he will get this. So he has to attack now. Also, the first mech from Sami is coming. Sami has been wielding a lot of artillery. And also, I didn't mention it. The recon, or the day 3 recon, since Andy didn't rush the com tower as Sami did, denied the com tower, which is fine. But the problem with this is that you are facing Sami, and now if Sami rushes this com tower, we'll be sitting on 2 com towers, and 2 com towers as Sami is super scary in my opinion, because your normal vehicles will have Hawk day to day, but then your artillery will have grids day to day, not the range, but you know what I mean, the firepower. But your infantry will have 50 firepower, which is, isn't Sensei like 40, or is it actually 50? But the fact is you are as strong as Sensei infantry or stronger. And I think this infantry didn't try to cap this because 95 would have interrupted with the recon and then the infantry, which is worth to interrupt this cap if he tries to go for this. Anyways, Andy walls this and prepares a tank to counter any recon aggression, but Andy is forced right now to go hard on his weak side to reinforce the camp tower, and you don't want that. You don't want to be forced to go hard on your weak side. It's manageable, it's doable, but you are already playing with a disadvantage in my opinion. Anyways, at this moment, actually Sami is slightly behind on income, and the reason for that, even though they are even now after Sami is done with the caps, is that at the end of your turn you should be ahead, but at this moment you can see that Sami is not gonna do any caps. Like, yeah, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there will be equal, but Sami is not gonna start this cap, is it? No, yeah, he is gonna start this cap, and yeah, so they are equal. I said nothing, but I want to look smart and get advanced into the events, you know. I think this is a big mistake. This infantry, whatever, but this I don't like these 2 infantries exposed, because they are in range of enemy infantry, which is likely to be here. And yeah, they can. You don't want your infantry to be exposed against infantry, but most importantly, you don't want to do that against Sami, because Sami's strength is that she hits her infantry against your infantry. You are without infantry, and then she has infantry. You don't have infantry, and even though she's supposed to be weaker with vehicles, she has the advantage because he will start capping your cities. You will have to interrupt with your vehicles, and then her vehicles will attack your vehicles that attack infantry. So yeah, that's most common scenario in standard, because infantry fights are much more common, but they can be possible in fog. As you can see, one of these infantry was picked up and just 1 damage, and 9 HP infantry for Sami. Aside from walling purposes, they are like new. And even if you are on a forest, on a city, a 9 HP infantry can still survive a tank shot. Not a tank shot from a CO power maybe, but 110 tank shot probably. Anyways, double mech from Nami, copter to reinforce this side. And the thing with Sami that is really nice also is that you can spam mechs, you know, with moderation, and support them with copters. And why you can do that? Because mechs on this map are good. Like, you move them to here, boom boom, and within 1 or 2 days you are in range of where you want to be. And that means that the weakness of mechs is kinda halved on this map, and that makes them very strong. Sami is now behind on income, but she still has to. Okay, Andy is gonna interrupt this, but this is quite risky because now you are exposing 2 tanks, and yeah, it's a Sami tank and you are Andy, but you don't want to. As Andy, yes, you don't mind to get attacked, but I think you do mind to lose tempo here, because right now it's all about tempo and it's all about you have to get the comp tower. I don't see how you're gonna win as Andy without a comp tower in the long term. Like, it's fine if you get the comp tower denied for a couple, and not denied, delay, but it's really detrimental to get it completely denied, even if the enemy doesn't cap it. But remember, it's Sami, so if Sami is able to form a line here and start capping, it will be very hard, and I see how Sami can do that next turn. Like, yeah, Nami can perfectly form a line here next turn, and I don't, unless there is a copter on range of this tail and can 2-hit KO this and 2-hit KO the cap, it's not possible to stop this line from forming. And this tile is really important, the C here, because without this tile of the C, this wall would be so stupid stally. I don't know if that's intentional, probably it is, but Andy right now is trying to put pressure here and cap, but the cop, well, yeah, the anti-air will be on time because the copter cannot attack yet. But let's see, because yeah, Andy has not the comp tower, but he's threatening very seriously this one, and it's not like Sami has a lot. I mean, she has 3 mechs and 1 copter, 2 copters now coming. Very important, staying out of vision. Don't stay with your copter in visions if you can do it, because the copter is gonna do its job from here. Very important. And yeah, Sami doesn't form the line, but remember that it's Andy, so the 2-hit KO is not possible with infantry. So if Sami gets interrupted, it will be from attack from a copter and an infantry, or this tank and an infantry. But a copter, unless it has moved for 2 days, it won't reach this, and this has only moved from 1 day. So it's quite likely for Sami to get this. And at the end of the day, if this gets interrupted by a copter, the anti-air is prepared. The tank, if a tank comes, will get blasted by this artillery. This artillery is also nearby, not defending this, but defending the other artillery. So Sami is very prepared for this. But Sami has to stop this from happening, because this is quite serious. See, the 2-hit KO fails. This is not a luck roll. It won't happen never at 100% firepower. 30% of the time it will happen at 110, but it's still a favorable roll to you. That's why it's very important to get the first comp tower. But Sami is now just free for trying to cap again. And as Sami, it's very important to just let your 1 HP units alive, because they can chill on the back, maybe get a kill on a very weakened infantry, very important against Andy on the infantry, like finishing infantry, and they can be used for the victory match. So it's very, 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 very important to save your infantry as Sami. And now this cap is cannot be interrupt. Let's see. Yes, you can 2-hit KO this, and then you can do the same again. But if you try to do the same again, like 2-hit KO this with infantry or with the copters, and then 2-hit the infantry that you won't kill, you will lose a lot of infantry, 2 copters. Like there is 2 and well, there was, yeah, like you will lose a lot of units. But Sami still has to deal with this comp tower, and Sami mechs are really good, even for dealing with infantry, because they have base damage boost the mechs against infantry, and Sami boosts that base damage even more. So it's actually very good. But Andy doesn't get to interrupt it, because he prefers to attack into the army and get some kills instead of interrupting, because if you get 1 hit, you won't interrupt it. You need to get 1 hit with 1 anti-air, which is not the anti-air doesn't want to be here, wants to be here, or with 2 hits. But let's see, Sami has, it's very close to the victory march, is 21k away from it, but Sami decides to go for the double time, and now Sami has 30 firepower extra, and on infantry is even more. Like on infantry, Sami, I don't remember how much gains on CO power, but it has to be like something crazy, like 80 with the 2 comp towers, and yeah, it's crazy. Like look, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the mech one shot in the anti-air. Yeah, like she has completely lost this with vehicles, artillery, anti-air, and Sami only had 5 mechs. Here, this weekend one, and 1 copter, and the other copter that died to the anti-air. So actually, it's really, look at this. It's like playing green on CO power. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't. You have to retreat from here. You are losing here. You are not getting crash. You can retreat here and survive. But the thing is, if you retrade here and you I don't see how Andy, he used superpower, but yeah, you are gonna get attack back. And so what we get from here, the opening, guys, the opening, remember, the opening is very important. So Sami, when day 2, move the infantry here, cap this, and then goes for the com tower, and if you can, day 3 recon will get on time to attack this infantry, but since it's a Sami infantry, the Sami infantry will keep capping and will get it. Day 4 recon will do anything, and the day 3 recon from Sami, unless Andy gets here like rushing, he will get interrupted. He will attack, if he tries to keep capping, it will die eventually, because it's not like Sami. So yeah, this is like a really nice opening. Also, I think it's very interesting. Thank you for watching, guys, and bye bye, I guess. Bye.